Wait, this is a... I'm buying this one, what the hell? That base was a lot of setup to make, but I think, I mean, it's cool. Like, it's definitely a vibe. Also, Conti made that special slave shop of you is really amazing. I have a video for that too. We sold a lot of that. We sold a lot of that. I think we had like 100 people buy from those shops. 100 people used tea shops over like a couple of weeks. That's pretty good. I'm getting this thing. The Quiver Sacred Entrance. Holy guacamole. Yeah, it's pretty good. Holy guacamole, Miss Wenda Wine.
We do it my way.
Do these guys actually have nothing new to sell me? There's no way, right? There's no shot that... I mean, there were so many items in the DLC. That I haven't even seen on this character. Why do I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where it's like when I leave town, these guys are gonna stock up on a whole new band of garbage? Genius idea by Dare's greatest. Yeah, I agree. Agreed. Here, let me do this. That spoilers that there's no knives in store. What the hell? Except skeleton traveling guy, really? What about all those sick-ass items they had in the DLC shop? How do I get access to those? What do I actually have in terms of restoration here? Restore. Heal. Mass.
Follow if you dare.
Did they just create a bunch of sick-ass items and just hide them in the DLC and you can't get access to them on the... I don't remember the names of the items, I just remember them being sick as hell. I believe that one time I left all my doors open, someone raised the whole thing. Oh, for the shop? That happens. I don't think they read the whole thing though, right? I thought they just got a little bit in there before we defended.
I'm off.
Okay. Let's go talk to people.
I do what I must.
Does this guy have anything? No. This guy's poor. Everyone point at this blacksmith and call him a poor boy. Poor boy, poor boy.
I'm gone.
I didn't even go online to check. I should have thought to learn weaknesses. I think we'll just leaving the doors open. It'll be so close to the Gigaberry, it will be fine. Yeah, for sure. You can also just put like a turret up or something. Turrets are kind of foolproof. Guys, I can't wait to trick Darren. The Crystal Loiter learn about the Elden and is preparing a trap for them and for you. I guess if you're playing an evil character, maybe maybe you can like side with the other question mark. Yo, Lan, where's all your people at, man? How do you feel after the skirmish with Savamalek? If you mean my health, I'm as good as new. If you mean my head, it's empty now, almost back to normal. I've forbidden myself thinking about Savamalek and the mongrels. If I do, I'll go crazy. Lan chuckles. Life is an amazing thing. You try so hard to avoid what you're afraid of, and it gives you exactly that. I've always been afraid of being helpless, and now I'm here and my tribe somewhere else, and it's unclear who I'll find when I return to them. I was afraid of being useless to a comrade in a moment of peril, and of course that's exactly what happened. Well, you know, every cloud has a silver lining. I've been looking for my calling in this life, in this crusade, and I found it. It's my duty to protect my tribe and show Savamlek that he has no power over us, no matter what it costs me. Maybe what I do will have no impact on wider struggle, and it's not like anyone cares about mongrels, but my fate is bound to my tribe. Lanskoff. I'm sure Sol will make a cave drawing about it, and I'll be remembered. Okay, but he doesn't want to talk about the fact that there's no mongrels around anymore, and he got abandoned, I guess.
My skills are absolute.
What if when the game said that Healor was killed or whatever, it actually
Follow if you dare.
that actually happened, and the game was bugged, and I have to go back and redo everything I just did. Clem holds a scorch mud-stained scroll which he examines through a magnifying glass as he jots down notes. When he sees you, he puts the scroll away. Hail, Knight Commander! Tell me about yourself. I am from Taldor. I began serving Nethys from a very young age. I swept the temples, dusted the books, and I studied. I dream of becoming a Thurge. But for every reason, no matter how well I performed magic or how devout I prayed, I could never combine those two strengths. And I came across Miamir's book about the application of magic in the struggle against the demons, and her words reveal a great secret to me. That faith is dead without deeds, that anyone who seeks knowledge for its own sake or power or glory will not achieve anything unless they direct it towards a worthy purpose. I renounced Nethys and swore myself to Iomade. I crossed an entire continent to meet Lady Miamir and asked her to take me on as her student. And it was here, in this accursed land, fighting against forces of the abyss, that I finally realized the true purpose of magic and prayer. I became a Theurge because I finally had a reason to become one. As Lady Miamir recovered, I carried out her duties, and I swear those were the most terrible months in my life. When she returned to her duties, I was overjoyed to relinquish the post to her and become her student again. Tell me about your order. Our order devotes itself to mystical research and the pursuit of secret knowledge. She spent just as much time on spells as we do on prayers and weapon drills. At the end of the day, our enemy is not of this world, which means that to fight it, we need knowledge that is not of this world either. How do things go in Dresden in my absence? Outstanding! We never before gone so deep into the world wound. The sheer volume of invaluable knowledge we gathered. Clem catches himself. But from a military standpoint, it was difficult, of course. That offensive came at a high cost. What offensive? How do you know? Were you with the Queen? What the hell? Hold up a second. I thought there would be a lot more, like, I'm not complaining, I actually prefer this, but I thought there would be a lot more dialogue with like new NPCs and returning NPCs. I thought there would be a lot more like talking to people. I don't get me wrong, I'm glad that there's not, but I'm just kind of surprised. Maybe the game developer started running out of steam at this point. You talked to Nauticla, what can you say about her now? He was laughing so loudly, but you know, I think it was just so she didn't cry. She has so many servants, but not a single friend. So many lovers, but no one to love. So much power, and she used it all to hurt herself. I hope she can change her life. It will be so sad if she has to live like that forever. I know it's a shadow behind you. Yeah, I saw them too. They come and go, but don't do anything bad. I don't think they're scary.
I do what I must.
I love the idea of Ember permanently praying to Nocticular. It's like, hey man, I get that you're lonely, and Nocticular just has to listen to it. Just has to hear that like a cuck. I love that. Just getting progressively more pissed off about it. Nocticular, yeah, exactly, you know. Like, Nocticular just has to permanently listen to Ember, just like being compassionate towards her.
We do it my
Like,
way.
hey, it's okay, I'll be your friend. We can be friends. You don't have to be alone anymore. Like, oh, please. Unironically, I can imagine Ember being responsible for.
Follow if you dare.
Oh. Are these backers or something? Probably have to be, huh? Oh yeah, these are backers for sure. What the hell? Ah yes, the Crusader. One of my favorite Crusaders. Building and door.
I'm off. I do what I must.
I don't know if this was where they're ripping backwards, I guess. I'm in the credits. We search for I. Wait, really? Oh, in the credits, but are they on the wall?
I'm gone.
Um. Non-opposite ritual. This ritual stream. Main narrative to place Inquisitor. Square in Canabras. Oh, Canabras, okay. Weren't we supposed to give a letter to Hilorn? What happened with that? Didn't fail any quests, so... Also expensive, I needed money to gamble PNG of anime girls. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, yeah. Where is Hiller at? I thought he was upstairs in this building, but he isn't.
do it
so
my way.
where the hell is he at? There's a secret on the wall as symbol and symbol. Believable. I can believe that. I forgot to back that Starfinder project, but I would have done it for like name in the game or whatever, or like dog in the game, but those are sold out 24/7, so.
Follow if you dare.
Oh, I forgot Woljif has items too. Maybe he has something cool. What if he shares items with that lady? Where is Hiller at? Does anyone know? Where's this motherfucker at?
I'm off.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Maybe that's his name. No, he wasn't, unless I'm blind. But, guys, I don't think I'm blind. And I don't think I would ever be blind. A +6 dexterity belt. Does anyone need that? Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella. Hvordan går det? Hvordan går det, frøken? Hæ? Hvordan går det, frøken? Savner du Logan? Jeg savner Logan. Let's go take a gander.
I do what I must.
Jenta mi. Bella. Bella. Bella, 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 Bella. There's no healer here. The hell was that? What did you just do? What is this? Clemency of Shadow. Ow. That makes sense.
I'm gone.
Hopefully the game didn't actually bug. Him on the bed in one of the rooms for the second floor of the inn and dress 95 in case that helps someone. Oh, he's in one of the beds? The hell?
I'm always ready.
Maison? And it's not on the map apparently.
We do it my way.
Oh, there he is. What the hell? He always faces action, he retains his impeccable posture, but from time to time he winces in pain. Commander, I beg for your help. I picked up the Spinner of Nightmares trail again. I figured out that her den is near the city of Iz, where she plays host to demons. It would have been too risky to try to storm the place, and I didn't want to put the others' lives in danger. I snuck in alone to catch her off guard and nearly got her, but... I don't know what you saw in the abyss, but what I saw at the Spinner of Nightmares den was horrible. Please help me. My daughter is in great danger. Grave unthinkable danger. I found the Spinner of Nightmares diary. Killer snatches the page from your hands. Thank you, Commander. I never imagined such luck. A diary. Now we'll have the tactical advantage. Dear diary. Today I went to shop for a bracelet of natural protection +3. It looks very pretty. We'll study your notes and deduce where she's heading. Thank you. I admire your bravery. You ventured into the city of demons and brought back just the information needed. Oh, okay. It seems like he already knew that though, but...
Follow if you dare.
I can't wait to see the result of the Darren questline. I actually wonder what the other is supposed to be. But I almost spoiled. So we're gonna head to Canabras. I think I have a teleporter near there, maybe. We have to find Mustasafen, find Captain Salid, Sailkind. Deal with the Spin of Nightmares, find Queen Galfrey, help with Jarnog in the Shilly Creek. Of the riddles, deal with the blacksmith, visit Helmet Outpost, visit Arshell's Scream. So Darren is the only dude right now that we actually need to like bring with us that we don't usually use.
I'm off.
Let's do Arshell's thing and then depending on how long it takes, I either make breakfast during it or right after it. And then we take
I
it from
am never wrong.
Oh, Rachel. Okay, let's be real. This Dragon Breath we're never using, right? This isn't bad. I should probably be using this already. Wait, what happened to my, what happened to my sword buff? Wait, did I lose a bunch of the stuff we got from the Angel Path? Wait, I lost everything from the Angel Path. Oh, is that how it works? Oh. I guess that makes sense. So what is the idea that this dragon path is better than all the previous stuff? Only devil preserves stuff from other paths. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. And by interesting, I mean shit. We're back in Galarian. Will Desna keep you safe now? No, her gift did not come back. She is not going to rescue me from dangers anymore, but I'm not afraid. I'm no longer alone. I have allies who won't let me die. I have friends now. Let's go to your dream. Let's do it. I can't wait to finally solve this riddle. Oh, but there's a little concern appears on the succubus your face. My nightmare. It's still in there. Usually it doesn't show up at all, but I think he will attack us when we start altering the very nature of my dream. Better get ready for battle. Yeah. Okay. Orishel, I think I'm good. Orishel touches your hand and the real world fades around you. Aura. Arishel's dream seems even darker and emptier than before. The smell of smoke and ash lingers in the cold air. You can't see the nightmare, but you can feel it watching you from the dark. The succubus approaches the table reverently, as if approaching a holy altar. Then she hesitates. And Desna asked me, what do you dream of? I didn't know anything but dreams. I've been trying to imitate mortals, but I never really understood what I was doing. I filled my dreams with so many things, but now I understand why they all burn so easily. They were not real dreams, but how should I put it? Mortals don't actually dream about objects, they dream about ideas. Filling my dreams with those items was like stealing a roadside sign from its stake, and then claiming I had an entire town in my hands. First saying that reminded me that I had some crazy dream this night, but I literally can't remember it. I just remember waking up being like, wow, that was a dream, alright. Anivia isn't really dreaming about a loaf of bread. Her dream is about a whole new life, a life where there's no war, a life where she lives in her own house and bakes bread for her beloved. I'm sure that if I asked anyone about the things I stored here, they'd tell me why those things are in their dreams worlds, the worlds where they find happiness. Is this, man, I wish games like this showed you like what, like had like a little indicator for like what continues the thing. Because these two feel like they continue, these two feel like they proceed, while this feels like just like an additional question. Did any of those words give you an idea as to how to find your own dreams? If not, I can try to help you understand your dreams. Yes, you may be the only one who can. I don't think anyone in the universe knows me better than you. Well, I feel like that's not true, but... This table didn't burn because it was part of my true dream, a part of the world where I am happy. Now I just have to find out what this world looks like. Arshel closes her eyes. The world of my dreams is so close, I can see it, almost. A teapot on the table. Oh. A teapot on the table. Arshel whispers quietly. You can barely hear her words, but as she speaks, the world changes around you. The smell of smoke and ash is replaced by the fragrant aroma of freshly brewed tea. The teacups are full, and steam is rising from them. There's a spot of spilled jam, cookie crumbs. I must have baked cookies. What about you, shadow bitch? Planning to drink some tea? A hissing voice full of bitter hatred can be heard in this darkness. You used to drink souls before. How many living souls did you kill, you fiend? How many did you torture to death? You don't deserve a life like this. I've done many terrible things. Arashel's voice is quiet but firm. I've ruined many lives, and I'll be paying for that as long as I live. I will fight until we close the world wound, and even after that, as long as there is evil on Galarian, but I will not give up on my dream, whatever it is. Without it, I won't have the strength to fight. I'll make you pay with your life.
This will be quick.
Oh, yeah.
Disappear.
Oh, good. Alright, yeah. Good job. Okay, yeah, leave some for me, maybe. Stay mad. Arashel stops to catch her breath. These nightmares will never leave me alone. I know what that I deserve them, but it is so hard to fight them off over and over again. That's fun, yeah. I'm him. Golden Dragon Breath. I think I did 100 damage on that breath too. You can set the combat log. Are you feeling alright? I am, I guess, as much as I can be in the current situation. Let's continue. Arashel closes her eyes again, surrounding the table as a house, a large, spacious kitchen. A ray of sunlight coming in through the windows. The branches of apple trees swaying outside. It's like we're in the Matrix. You want to have a house of your own, my venomous butterfly? The monstrous shard ghostly face is twisted with hatred. You've deprived me of my hound twice. First you took Elysium from me. Then I found myself a new refuge in the Abyss. But you destroyed that too. Now you dare to dream of a house of your own? I have wronged you badly and I feel guilty. I'm not trying to make excuses. There's nothing I could say that would excuse what I've done. But you are dead, Di Malcio. I will never forget you, but I will not let you take my life. You don't have the right to live.
Ah, a test of my abilities.
Oh, how much time passed? Can I do it again?
Killing is what I was made for.
Arachel, can I play the game too, bro, or? No, not enough time has passed.
Don't hold back!
How much damage did I do with my breath weapon earlier? 127 damage. 23d8. Damn. You can't see the individual rolls, can you? That would be cool. Yeah, a game like this, it would actually be a pretty cool feature to have like statistics for your rolls to see like how you're doing on average. I mean, obviously, for most people, it would literally just be you are doing average, but some people might get some really crazy results. Archie looks pale as she wipes away the sweat and tears from her face. You're so close to finding your dream, you're almost there. Yes, I want to see it through to the end. A kitchen, a teapot on the table, and you sitting at the table. Look, that's me. And there's you. We're chatting, laughing. You're holding my hand with such tender affection. Hell yeah, I am. I don't know. I'm doing it from that side, but and also I look. I look a little bit big, but. So this is my dream. All this time, my dream has been about you, about the house that we could call our own, about friendship, no, about love. And maybe even family. Family, isn't that the word mortals use to describe the people who fill them with happiness? The people they love and can't live without? Can't be happy, you scum. You don't deserve happiness. The nightmare's hiss grows into a deafening roar. I will be happy. She looks the monster straight in the eye. Do whatever you want to me, but my dreams are mine forever.
Their life ends here!
I love that she's just playing a completely different game to what I'm playing. How's the cone as well? Yo, what's up, Sergeant? We've spent the last 6 or so hours of stream time just doing inventory management and leveling up. And we're finally playing the game now. Okay, our shell's just gonna kill all these guys. I don't think I have to play the game. Oh. The monster's gone and all is peaceful.
I just want to live here, in the
Voice.
world of mortals, with you. I have solved the goddess's riddle. This is my true dream.
Voiced. Only 6 hours, yeah. Oh! Something's happening.
I love you. Will you be with me? Will you share my dream?
I'm allowed to, like, respond here, right? This would be the biggest letdown in the history of letdowns. What's going on? What's happening to you?
Freedom. Finally, after all these years, I can feel it. The abyss has released me from its clutches. I have solved Desna's riddle and have found my dream. I have found you. I am not a monster anymore.
How do you feel?
I've never felt better.
Blue
Everything
ball
that
or
I
for the
hated about
memes.
myself is gone. I look at you and I don't feel hunger. I don't want to kill. All the unholy cravings I experienced as a demon, they're all gone. Now I just want to be happy, to live and to love.
So your touch no longer drains the life of others?
No, I am not a monster anymore. Not a predator, not a weapon. Just a woman, like any other female mortal.
The writers need to stop saying the word female. They do this all the time. It sounds so stupid. Like any other female? Wow, I guess you are like any other female, huh? All together, I would fight the entire abyss to make this dream come true. There should just be an evil option here. It's just like, lol, yeah right, succubus bitch. How about you drain the life from this, points?
We will never be afraid again. Let the abyss be afraid. It fears and loathes everything it fails to understand. I know how demons think. They'll do everything they can to destroy us, because now they are more afraid of us than anything else in the world.
Our post request, how do you do, fellow females? My only option is to kiss her? What the hell? I really didn't anticipate me being in legendary proportion shape here, huh? Her lips tremble slightly, but she returns your kiss eagerly. She's being careful, gentle, trying not to hurt you. However, once she realizes that you remain unharmed, her timidity gives way to desire. The former succubus has long shown incredible restraint, suppressing her passion for years, but now, as her lips meet yours, she holds nothing back.
This is our happiness, our dream, an Elysium of our own.
Nice. The scent of flowers hangs heavily in the air, and a jubilant melody fills your ears. Arshel kisses you again and again as she whispers. Nice. You passionately kiss your Nia. Size queen. Slay queen. Oh, whatever. Knee kiss. The dream world fades away, but Arashel is still in your arms. The kiss you shared in the dream now continues in reality. She presses up against you, making you feel the heat of her body beneath her clothes. Let's... this feels a bit creepy to me. I don't know the way this is worded. You want more?
I want everything. Everything I've never known before. Everything I've been waiting to experience for so long.
This gives me like pervert vibes, like, let's go somewhere no one will bother us. Privately studied. What the hell? Let's do it.
Yes. Let's go.
Sex scene time. All right. Hell yeah. All right. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You found love in the midst of a Worth Abyss. 11% of players. Plop. As soon as you close the door of the study, the two of you fall into each other's arms, and time ceases to exist. You explore every inch of her skin, and her body, once an instrument of torture and murder, becomes a vessel overflowing with tenderness and joy. When she reaches the peak of pleasure, you smell the fragrant flowers from her dream. As she moans in delight, the room becomes a garden, filled with the wondrous plants of Elysium. Very wish fulfillment to you, healing a demon with your love. Hey! No! What about my... No, my proportions! My proportions! I'm just a little soy boy now.
As a succubus.
Yo!
Well, I've done plenty of things in my lifetime. But what we just did was unlike anything I have ever experienced. It was the first time I've ever felt love and tenderness.
No sex scene, guys? Oh, no wonder this game sold like garbage and no one likes it.
I was so worried that my dream world was the only place I would find redemption. I was afraid that when I returned to reality, I would be a bloodthirsty monster again. But you taught me to see the difference between dreams and reality. The difference between thoughts and deeds. You showed me the importance of the real world. When I took the first steps on this path to redemption, I spent so much time living inside my own head. But you changed that. You introduced me to the mortal world. You made me a part of your life. And together, we have accomplished so many amazing things.
This guy gave up on romancing the queen just because she fired him and deleted his army. Well, first of all, she didn't fire me. I did not get fired. Secondly, I gave up on romancing the queen way before this. The second I saw Demon Lady in prison succubus full art, I was like, alright. No skills check to police or fake CRP. That would probably be a DC 99. And I would do it. I can do a DC 99, I think. Really, what did I do?
So many things. There are too many to name. For instance, what happened in Winter Sun truly terrified me. For a while, I stopped believing that my own life was real.
Yeah.
An entire village built their life on lies. What if I had done the same? But you dispelled all my doubts. You convinced me that I was real and that my world was real too. You taught me to trust myself, to trust reality again. I was so afraid of returning to the 10,000 delights. I knew that I was bound to meet some of my old acquaintances there.
Ah!
But you protected me from them.
Bro!
You didn't let them knock me off balance.
I purposefully went out of my way to stop Arisha from going into the 10,000 lives because she made a really big deal about it. She was like, I don't want to go in there. Don't make me do this. Like, whatever you do. If there's one thing, don't make me do that. Then eventually I got a little bit lazy and forgot about it. I went inside. We got one cutscene. And that was a positive, I guess.
In the slums of Elusioniera, I told you about my time in the city. I shared the one good memory I had of Elusioniera, and you showed me how to turn that simple memory into a good deed. Did my actions make a difference? Did I help that small demon in any way? I don't know. But you taught me how easy it is to bring a small measure of hope and goodness into the world, and how much joy can be found in a single act of kindness. You see now? If it hadn't been for you, I would still be lost in my fears, illusions, and doubts.
When we're together, what does it feel like?
Feels like freedom. Impossible, indescribable freedom. I can give myself fully to you, and I'm not afraid that you'll hurt me.
Butterfly wings.
When I reach for you, I know my touch will bring you happiness. If the demons could feel what I feel with you, even for a moment, they wouldn't want to be controlled by anger and selfishness for another second. They think they have achieved true freedom, but they don't know what true freedom means.
You'd really freak in the both if you take Miss Spirits there. Who is Miss Camellia? I wonder if you can romance her if making her turn evil. Yeah, I'm not sure. These flowers, what are they?
They're the flowers of Elysium. But how did they get here? Perhaps it's a gift from the goddess. Or perhaps our happiness summoned them into our world. All I know is that it's a miracle. I can't explain how these flowers appeared, but I believe that they're a good omen. A sign of new life.
You can bang her. Whoa. I don't want to leave, I want to stay here with you.
I know, I feel the same. But the real world is waiting for us. So big, and yet so fragile.
Fragile.
We'll save it. Together. And then we'll come back here, to a place as real as our happiness. We'll return to our very own Elysium.
Oh, but we can stay here together a little longer, can't we? Arshia says nothing but leans for a kiss. Literally forgot that your boy parts are no longer there. What the hell? They've been replaced with girl parts? What the? Woke? Oh, whoa.
I'll take care of it.
Whoa. Very nice. Yeah, the strike a pulse carrier. You just did that. Hell yeah, you did. Yeah. POV, me after banging a succubus in real life. It can't be worse than having sword parts. I don't like. I think the storytelling style that Alcat uses for his games is adequate. Like, it's decent, but I can't help but imagine how cooler it would have been if they had, you know, closer to Baldur's Gate 3's execution, right? Like actual cutscenes, all voice lines, or all dialogue lines voiced. I feel like these people could do a really good job performing with the characters, right? Like, I feel like the character performances are really good, so it feels like a shame that they didn't get the opportunity to, like, fully perform as the characters. Maybe that will happen in the Wrath of the Righteous remaster in 2036. In my opinion, the narrative on evil stuff is way better than the good aligned ones, and this is coming from someone who can't play evil at all. Yeah, I haven't really played evil in any of the campaigns. The ones that aren't very well written. Read animation of having sex with Cam next to dead body. Yeah, hell yeah.
I do what I must.
Hell yeah, brother. Hello everyone, don't mind me. I'm just a man. So, if I use this meme now, will that work even? Ooh, it did. Nice. Cool. Okay, what else are we doing? I think we have a day pass. I think we see what we're up to as far as Crusades go. We have like a bajillion money, and I don't know if there's ever going to be anything to spend it on. We have actually a bajillion money. That's how real bajillionaires feel. Yeah, but like for real. An army of 0 strength, dude. That's crazy. That's so good for us. What the hell? Your reserve got emptied, yeah. On on a seasteading project. I guess I'll go for this meme. Do we have any other crown things we can do? We can do exotic prey. Honest points income, okay, sure. Sounds good. We can call the reserve. We have a rocket to Akiton, the red planet. Is that what it's called in Pathfinder? Is that the Pathfinder name, mate? I still can't believe they just completely screwed me over. I still gotta wait 2 days for these generals to be available. Unbelievable! Yeah, I should... If I spend all my money, we can buy 39,000 of this. What if I just want to buy like 30,000? Sure. Because I want to make sure that I can rebuild what they took from me. You meant no, I mean with my armies. I had like the sickest armies imaginable, and they're all just dead and gone now. I had the perfect army setup. I had the army of kings, and they destroyed everything I love. Thank Queen Galfrey. Well, I'm going to thank Owlcat personally, but God damn it, 100. But it's Arrakis, so you mean there's like people living there? And worms? Arrakis is Dune, right? Realize they're Dune swarms. Nice. Well, that's pretty nice, isn't it? Alright. Well, we should be spammed by at least 3 events now, I think. I should probably go start breakfast, assuming I get shoved into a cutscene right now, which I think will happen. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Breakfast. I'm gonna go start breakfast, everyone. I'm probably gonna make some toast or something, so it will take 10 minutes. But here's a clip where I will say something completely true that I believe in from the bottom of my heart. No joke. Thank you, guys. Kirby. Bleeding out. Oh my god. A nose for music. Hello again. Hang on again. I can't even carry a tune with my nose stuffed up like this. Do you have a cold or something? No, I'm fine. Logan, dude. What's up, I'm fine. A famous philosopher with Japanese roots. He's considered a genius. Maybe he is, I don't know. Although, it's wobbly toys in a jar, which turns it into a non-wobbly toy. And this is quite unusual for such a toy. Oh, you silly, silly people. You get it? It's Kojima. With and it's in the Death Stranding baby jar.
I don't know any.
Oh, it's not. An ornamental metallic object with an elder sign. Ah, I bit my lip. Oh. With an elder sign. A sign used for protection from powerful entities, carved on one of its faces. That doesn't bode well. Clipped? No. No, thank you, sir. You don't need to clip that. We finished the Stanley Parable, and we played Minesweeper, and we played some Sudoku. So I mean, I guess that's a good day all in all, right? Stanley Parable, super cool. I just went to my own stream for some reason when I want to go to Twitch. Logan came up, so I thought to go grab him. Cool. I just went to my own stream for some reason when I want to go to Twitch. Logan came up, so I thought to go grab him. Cool. I just went to my own stream for some reason when I want to go to Twitch. Logan came up, so I thought to go grab him. Cool. I just went to my own stream. Logan came up, so I thought to go grab him. Oh, Frankie. Frankie. Oh, Frankie. Logan's here. What a good puppy cat, huh? My mind's exploding. Why is that happening? Logan's here. What a good puppy cat, huh? Aw, Logan's here. My mind's exploding. Why is that happening? Logan's here. What a good. Who do we raid? Oh, we can raid. Soppy's playing Slay the Spire. We can probably raid to Soppy today. Who do we raid? Oh, we can raid. Okay, Square. Listen, I don't care if you want to put him in the game. You know, like that's whatever to me. But you could at least like ask for permission. Well,
Just what I needed to put that creep behind.
Logan, I just killed a dog. What? I don't want to play. What is that thing? That just spawned in. Dragon Leviathan, okay. That just like spawned in. It's a sea popper? That's not a sea popper. No. I hate it. Derp Dragon? So slow and silent? I don't want to go anywhere. This she like that. What am I supposed to do? Oh! With that stupid ass instrument. Do you know Allahi? Do I have basically this exact toy? I'm not sure. I will play Elahi. Good luck. What is sicko doing? Absolute sicko. Actually oinking! Actually oinking! Lady Konami doesn't look nearly as confident or bold as before. Commander, what a blessing it is to have you back. Mendev is in need of your help. There's been a revolt in Nerosian, and disgruntled nobles are completely out of control. They proclaimed the royal council dissolved and arrested several of its members. Many politicians were accused of collaborating with the demons. Some were executed, others were torn apart by the crowd. The first treasurer has fled. There's fighting in the streets between mercenaries hired by the aristocrats and the guards, who is loyal to the royal council. Dresden has received letters from the insurgents as well as from the loyal servants of the crown, requesting your support, but both the royal council and I have faith that you will elect to defend the legitimate authority. This faith is not misplaced, is it? Lady Konami regards you with a devotion you've never seen in her before. If the powerful have gone mad and are spilling blood in the streets, there's only one force that can stop them, the Church. We'll appeal to their clerics to intervene in this conflict. Their voices will be heard. Why would we bother saving the Royal Council so they can keep pushing us around? I propose we publicly support the nobles. If a few esteemed elders were to depart from the council, it wouldn't be a terrible loss for the nation. The politicians have neglected their duty, but maybe the soldiers won't. There's got to be some honest generals left in Mendev. We'll ask them to bring their troops to the capital and put an end to the unrest. I know a tiefling, Circe. She's from the River Kingdoms. She was saying something about a young state over in the Stolen Lands that managed to cobble together a proper cohesive nation from a bunch of riffraff. Really sick, considering how tricky it was to make them not hate each other's guts. Want to invite them to help us patch things up? Yo! Invite my other campaign? So Nerosians first demanded, but now is asking. The situation in the capital must be really grim. You're absolutely right, Commander. I admit that the Royal Council hasn't shown you the proper respect and amicability. I myself brought this to their attention on numerous occasions. Lady Konami's posture is full of repentance. But trust me when I say that none of them wished you ill, and they all shared unshakable belief that you were the savior of our nation. Why is there rioting in Erosian? Without Her Majesty's steady hand, the capital has fallen into decay. Some are settling old scores, others have discovered new opportunities. Mendev is accustomed to following a highly respected leader. The only one who can protect the throne from greedy hands is you, Commander. Lady Konami gives you a deep bow, exuding remorse and obedience. What's the situation in the capital? The Royal Council, Her Majesty's most trusted civil servants and public officials, have long been in conflict with many powerful Mendevian aristocrats. The former had connections and influence, the latter had their family names, riches, and personal armies, comprised of mercenaries, sword knights, and commoners. For many years, their strife was latent and civilized. Coercion, bribery, intrigue, but the nobility spotted an opportune moment. They decided to overthrow the clique of dignitaries that had usurped royal power. That is why they call the council. A series of arrests ensued, but the royal council found its own supporters and retaliated. Currently, numerous aristocrats are assembling their forces in the capital. The Supreme Court building now serves as the base operation for a new royal council formed by the leaders of the nobility. The old royal council is holding Her Majesty's castle, the treasury, and the guard headquarters. Every so often, skirmishes break out in the streets. Many civil servants have left their workplaces, and the townspeople are fleeing the city. The capital is paralyzed. I'd like to hear the council's opinions. So, Socia, what can the church do in a situation like this? Becoming a living wall between the opposing sides, call for mercy and, if necessary, warn them about heaven's wrath. People sometimes forget that their conscience and what the clerics are for. In the end, they will remind the people that we're in the middle of a holy war. And who do you think called the shots in the Royal Council before, my good Sir Cleric? Its leaders, the Paladins and the Inquisitor. In other words, the pious people, just like the ones who want to ask for help. Darren, why should we support the nobility? They will form a new royal council. It's certainly possible that they'll end up being exactly the same. Hypocrites, bores, and schemers, but firstly, it will be a new, refreshing set of hypocrites, bores, and schemers. And secondly, they will remember who it was who helped them rise to power, and won't demand at every turn that we kiss their banner. We're going to support the insurgents and bring even more havoc to Mendev. I get the feeling that the next parade in our honor should be held by the demons. We're doing all the work for them. You're mistaken if you think that those nobles will be better than the royal council. They at least knew the boundaries that had been set by the queen, but abandoned nobles who see supreme power will believe that they are entitled to anything. Then, can we count on the military leaders to help us? A bureaucrat's oath is a little different from a soldier's oath. If the politicians have betrayed Mendev, its last hope is the army. Let the troops march into Norsin and bring order back to the streets. That will cool everyone's heads. That is a dangerous solution. The military doesn't like to surrender what they have captured. Such is the mindset of a soldier. We run the risk of establishing military dictatorship in Mendev. Let economy snarls with discontent. Give power to the belligerents? They'll order the nation around like a company of recruits on the parade deck. Years of careful diplomatic work will go to waste. Those soldiers are inflexible. They cannot handle such delicate matters. Well, Jif, what was that about the river kingdoms? Serchi, a friend of mine, was telling me about this kingdom in the Soullands, how it was made. For centuries, all kinds of rabble and outcasts were gathered there, and then this new leader appeared, and the whole mishmash became a solid nation. It got me thinking, if they're so damn good at making different sorts see eye to eye, maybe we could put them to use here. They might butter up some folks and give others a scare, but whatever, it'll chill the hotheads, eh? Anyone who calls on foreigners to solve their country's problems is just asking for an intervention. We have no right to show Mendev's weakness to other nations. Economy, do you really expect me to support the Royal Council? Commander, neither they nor I were your enemies. We were doing our duty, although we may have been unwise and presumptuous on occasion. But I assure you, all mistakes have been addressed. By being generous, you will only demonstrate just how wrong the capital was about you, and teach them a lesson. Wow, this is some small-time thief chatting up the judge stuff, Your Honor. I've seen the error of my ways. I was wrong, but I've learned my lessons. Please be generous. Cut the crap. We've been around. We know what those promises are worth. I don't even know what I want to do here. Ooh. Huh. Okay, so we get an item for that. Wait, all of these give items? Oh. Interesting. This does nothing for me, so probably not that one. Whatever doing says Alex will permanently gain a plus 1 bonus to all ability scores. Yo! Bruh. On precision skill checks, about lore and knowledge skill checks. Ooh, what the hell? Plus 5 competent bonus to all that? Oh my god. All generals get plus 5 bonus to power, adds 100,000 finance points. What? That's 100k. What is that? A million? A million gold worth? It's a one story choice? Wait, what do you mean by that? Oh. My food is ready. I'll be back in a second. Enjoy this clip, Price. It's completely true. That is definitely what I mean. It actually impacts over later. The independence choice? I don't know how many times this is gonna happen, but it's funny every time. God bless. I'm not gonna support that with selling our notes. I'm not gonna do that. Let me your power. Yeah. No! I... The Wendigos, eyes
It
changed?
says that because the Wendigos are mutated from humans,
Oh.
when they hunt us, they know how to perfectly mimic their prey.
Sharper and more dim. The Wendigo sees moment, And then I get into a lot of stupid debates online too, because I have like a I feel like I have like a mental illness or something that triggers me every time someone just says something. Not if they're wrong, but just if the logic doesn't make any sense to me. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey!
Careful!
Hey, racist!
What the hell are you idiots up to? Oh, I'm sorry, bastard! Oh, God! Shit! Shit! Ah! Quite tiring. Plus, I do wish they had shaved his palms as well as his face. Quiet.
Oh no! Make a picture? What? Because you're a bumpy? No, I'm not gonna do that. There. Dude draws his gun. I shoot out of his hand and he goes, well, fuck it then. Pulls out second gun and points it at his own head. Oh, dude, that's so funny. Did I need to like slap that bitch's tits more?
Hadley needs to get her.
That's why it makes noises whenever you touch the engine. And when I first tried to move, I don't know if I don't think going independent is really in the cards for me on this character. I don't know if that makes sense. I was just saying it's like a good thing, or like like if it's really cool, I guess. But I mean, this is like a giga powerful. They have this just because Konami know the crap out of me. Yeah, but I mean it's a bit like a hierarchy thing, though, right? Like if I'm in the Galfrey clan, then I should adhere to okay choice. I think I'm just gonna go for the Woljib one to get more attributes. I mean, none of these really speak too much to me. Power gaming, yeah. This I think is stupid. I don't think Kerry would go for this. This is stupid. I don't think Kerry would go for this. This is stupid. I don't think Kerry would go for this. This is whatever. I don't think Kerry would go for it, but it gives me a good reward. This is pretty Kiryu, but it gives me something I don't care about. But maybe I should just go for the Kiryu choice here. I've been siding with the Royal Council the entire time. Maybe this will be good. This is pretty powerful though, but I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like Kiryu would declare independence. I don't feel like that's very Kiryu necessarily, right? Like Kiryu leaving would make sense, but Kiryu being like, I'm gonna become my own clan now. I'm gonna make the Kiryu clan. Lady Konomi, I will support the Royal Council. From should have fisted and simp for the queen. I don't think it's just simp for the queen. I think it's just she would be my patriarch, right? So I knew you would choose sensibly. I promise that Her Majesty's servants will not forget your loyalty, and order in the capital will be restored, and you will always be able to count on your extremely grateful friends. I apologize once more for all the misunderstandings we've had in the past, Commander. I thank you, and I won't take any more of your time. As soon as the situation or as soon as it changes, I will immediately convene the Diplomatic Council and give you a full report. Commander, glad to see you back with us. Captain Harmot has barely changed since your last meeting, but his glare is now even heavier than before, and his arms and face bears new scars. You arrived just in time. There's an unrest within your forces once again. Unfortunately, once you returned, so did the wary. They're turning the soldiers against you. I'm afraid we're dealing with an open mutiny. Brother, who is mutinying against this? Show them to me. I will fly down, I will grab them, I will throw them into the sun. They're agitating for the army to abandon Dresden and march to his Her Majesty's aid. If you don't stop them, the outcome may be disastrous. Let's meet with the wary. I don't believe it will be hard to convince them that their plan is pure madness. We'll gather loyal officers and send them to speak with the soldiers. Unarmed and with open heart, we'll convince them to turn their backs on those madmen and their mutiny. Mutinies must be suppressed with absolute severity. We surround all units engaged in revolt, then we arrest and hang the agitators publicly. It's a Galfrey fan club. Behind every rebellious leader is a very angry second-in-command who dreams of promotion. We'll just hint at the fastest way to get it, and the mutiny will fade away by itself, and with the added benefit of refreshing our staff. If the Very are so loyal to the Queen, why didn't they leave with her instead of remaining in Dresden? I couldn't say, Commander. I believe we should talk to them and find out their reasoning and their plan of action. I do agree that all this looks suspicious. You also have a great deal of respect for Queen Galfrey, don't you, little boy? I'm a soldier. It's my duty to respect my superiors. I hold you in the highest esteem as well. You catch nervous trembling in Harmon's voice, partially masked by his calm and relaxed tone. Let's discuss our options in further detail. Sila, what's your plan? Even if we were any doubts before, it's perfectly clear now. The soldiers are not to blame for anything. They're being provoked by dishonorable officers. It would be a crime to turn our loyal troops against them. We, those who give them orders, must convince them not with blades, but with words. We will appeal to their conscience and make them abandon this madness to matters, no matter what the inciters in their command are saying. Approaching the mutineers unarmed would be a definition of madness. I'm not even going to discuss this plan of sorts. Rachel, what do you suggest? Revolts should be nipped in the bud. We'll surround the mutinous detachments, then publicly execute the wary and all those convicted of instigation. If sedition tendencies persist, we do it again. It's the only way to ensure the troops' loyalty. A fair point. The demons are struggling to exterminate our forces. Let's do them a favor and slaughter our soldiers ourselves. There, in your opinion? Behind the back of every disgruntled officer is a whole crew of aspirants eager to take their place. To get rid of the ringleaders of the Wary, we won't even have to hire assistants. The promise of promotion and a pay raise is all that will take for any second in command to do their duty, be it by dagger or drop of poison. They'll make good officers, feared by allies and enemies alike. I know the word honor means nothing to you, but this idea is horrible even from the most cynical perspective. What's the point of ridding ourselves of schemers and traitors if we're only going to replace them with other schemers and traitors, and murderers to boot? Captain Armit, what would you advise? I think their talks of self-direct march are a bluff. Only lunatics would follow such a suicidal plan. We should talk to the variant and ask them what they really want. Don't parley with mutineers. I'm pretty sure that we all know what they want. The same thing as everybody else, power and money. We'll just be paying into the hands of the wary if we sit down and talk with as equals. Okay. With damage, okay. We start with negatives, okay. I'll do this my way. We'll surround the forces, cut off their supply routes, and maintain the blockade until they give in. Huh. I think Sela probably makes the most sense here. I don't think executing the traitors makes sense. I mean, punishing them severely is very Yakuza, I would say, but I don't think executing them necessarily. This is backstabbing. This is no honor. I'm not gonna parlay with them. That's lame. So either I do the test of strength, or we just do Sela. We will reach out to the soldiers and appeal to their conscience. I'm sure that none of the officers will refuse to address the army. May the goddess help us bring those poor souls to their senses. I'll keep you up to date on how things unfold as soon as there's developments. Okay, there's one more before I get to eat, I think. We're playing King's Bounty 2. It's very mid, but also it was an episode of sale. Makes me want to play older King's Bounty again. I think I have that on Steam. That's a kind of old game, isn't it? King's Bounty. Yeah, I got... No, I don't have 2. I have King's Bounty, Crossworlds, Legend, Armored Princess, and Crossworlds Editor. I haven't played any of them, though. I think I wanted to play them at some point. Commander, glad to see you back at the head of the military council. A decision is required of you more urgently than ever. Here's the situation. We don't have an army, in the strictest sense, and the enemy is putting up much more fight than previously. Judging by the reports, the demons are relying less and less on the armies of their mortal servants and the power of simple blades, and more on magic and dark sorceries. We must respond in kind by bolstering our forces with expert spellcasters. I'm prepared to send an order to Canabris at once, requesting the necessary reinforcements. I propose we support our army with bardic magic. Bards learn all kinds of spells in their travels, and their songs can inspire our warriors and give them strength to fight. These demons know their vile magics, but I know something stronger than that, the power of the gods. We need war priests in our army. Their spells will chase away the darkness and heal the wounded. We would do well to invite monks into our armies. We've been hardened by a lifetime of training, and even demonic corruption cannot harm them. If you're in need of mages versed in the art of killing, you should contact the Daggermark Poisoners Guild. Their alchemists are second to none when it comes to making deadly poisons or utilizing them in battle. And sorcery and a foul business. Let the Ooglins cast evil spells. There's no reason for us to welcome sorcerers with open arms. We'd better off calling upon the druids. They know how to fight against fey illusions, Ooglins magic, and all other vile things. Crossworlds is supposed to be peak. I've only played the first 2. They are like very pared down Heroes games. Yeah, I think that's why I was interested to begin with. We've been able to manage with what magic we've had to just find so far. The enemies never stand still. The more serious a threat we become for them, the more substantial will be the forces they throw at us. Gone are the days when the Abyss would casually send hosts of mindless cultists and lower demons. Now we're up against more cunning and skilled opponents who can incinerate a dozen soldiers with a single spell. We must respond to this with magic of our own, or we will lose. Are you sure Canabris is going to send us troops? Without a doubt, Canabris is much safer than we are at the moment, and I'm convinced that the Warden can provide some forces to support us. All of Mendev knows the right now. Dresden is a dam holding back the river of demonic corruption that would otherwise be flooding in the south. The kingdom is in the process of mobilization, and Queen Galfrey's march on Iz has encouraged many who previously shirked military service to join the ranks of the army. Why didn't you leave with Queen Galfrey, Captain Odan? Captain Odan grows pale, but his voice sounds cold and steady. I did put in a request for a transfer to the front lines, unfortunately it was refused. Command determined that, due to the psychological trauma I suffered during my years of service on the border, I'm no longer fit for battlefield command. He lowers his head. As much as it stings to admit it, they may be right. It's been a long time since I smelled burning flesh and heard the screams of battle. But I can't guarantee that when I do, I'll be able to maintain my composure. That I won't fail the soldiers who will be depending on me. However, I can still serve them by staying where I am. I'll hear the opinions of my advisors. Sela, are the war priests battle ready? Of course, there are plenty of brave and honest people among them, and serving the gods of light makes it their duty to resist evil. Many war priests made a conscious choice to forgo a life of peace because their ideals wouldn't let them stand idly by. They've studied the military craft, and their blessings and healing spells have saved many a soldier's life. I like the idea of risking the lives of God's servants. If they perish, their celestial patrons may resent it and turn their backs on us. Rachel, can monks really withstand demonic magic? I'm a monk. Monks are paragons of restraint and iron discipline. They are comparable to the Hell Knights in that regard. Among other things, they'll bring the value of order to our troops. Let the soldiers see how all demonic machinations and temptations break upon the monk's iron will. Then they themselves will become more calm and resolute. Greybor, tell me more about the Poisoners Guild. They're a creepy bunch. Imagine, if you will, an alchemist and an accomplished scientist who can take your breakfast and make a bomb or poison that could kill a basilisk out of it. And I imagine that this same alchemist doesn't mind personally shoving this poison into the basilisk's mouth. That's a pretty good description of your average member of the Daggermark Poisoners Guild. It's true their blades coated with magical poisons are not as dramatic as calling down lightning from the skies, but they are just as effective and far less conspicuous. You underestimate the power of dark magic, Greybor. A poison dagger can send every scoundrel in this world to Phrasma. Ulbrich, how will the druids help us? I already told you about the Verdant Forest, didn't I? It's a brutal little spot. The folks there have to fight for the right to live every single day. They have to tear it from the claws of evil fae, walking plants, huge spiders, and all kinds of ooglins. The druids there really know their stuff when it comes to fighting otherworldly beasts. And the foul magic, you couldn't find a better people to have on your side. I'm sorry, but experienced fighting fae isn't going to be much use against demons. Don't take this the wrong way, Ulbrich, but Sarkoris had more druids than anywhere else, and they still didn't manage to save it. Captain O'Dan, how can the bards help us on the battlefield? It's become a fine tradition among Mendavian warriors to go into battle accompanied by songs of daring bards who glorified heroic deeds and strengthened the hand. That's Mice the Demons. Their ballads will inspire our soldiers, and their spells can prove useful in the most unexpected situations. Bards? Their tongues are too long. Okay. All church guards are front the war priests. This spell, okay. I just had a picture. I don't remember who the church guards are. Damn, dude, these guys have insane health. 600 health per unit? Damage, not very impressive. Also, I don't particularly have any, like, anything that helps them stand against monsters. Like you said. Physical and spiritual, okay, they have a +1 to will saves. How are they hardened? I failed to see that, but okay. Sneak move. Oh. Oh, Bark's good. Get a +2 bonus to all ability scores 1 round. Or a potion. I don't know if I care about any of these. The ward priests actually look better than the monks, but the monks have a lot of health though. Maybe I should grab monks just as like tanks because I'm a monk. Let's grab some monks because I'm a monk. Monks can handle demonic magic. The demons won't be too pleased when they realize their spells are powerless against our warriors, and it will do the troops some good to have an example of discipline and fortitude in clear view at all times. I'll send a letter to Canabras immediately requesting a group of spellcasters to be sent. Okay. He just ignored what I told him, but okay. I think we rest, probably, or did that count as a rest? Do we have our spells back? What do we do? Nice. Bang and Aura Shell counted as resting. Perfect. I'll leave rest and then I'll eat food and then we'll continue playing. Doo-doo-doo. I think our plan is to do this stuff on the right side, on the east side first. So we'll help our cleric friend, and we'll head to Canabras. And then then I'll check the map. We'll probably do the Darren quest afterwards. So I don't think we're doing the Darren quest immediately. Probably need to get some armies going too to like deal with all the garbage happening over here. We can teleport. Camp on the ferry, Lance of the Outwatch. Lance of the Outwatch is there. That's kind of close to Canabras, so we gotta go. I think we go over here, then we teleport down here probably. And then we travel to Canabras from there. The other one's this one up here, I think, right? No. Oh, love that. I think it's this one. Yeah. I wish I could see a more zoomed out view, because I feel like I'm gonna miss something. Yeah, let's save food times. Alright, let's see here. Close. We're watching this, I believe. Oh, wrong. Let's see, how do I do this? Studio mode, window. This. Let me go to the direct channel. Watching this in it. Right on me. I will not check out War Thunder. I will check them out to support the war effort. Alright, good react session, everyone. Well done, I'm proud of you. How is it this dark outside when it's Okay, it's almost 5 o'clock, but still. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm gonna have to start turning the light up. God, I hate turning the light up. For dark here too, already too, yeah. Well, thank God for daylight savings, guys. Because if it was for daylight savings, it would be way brighter outside right now, and I would feel way more miserable. Well, not right now. It would still be the same outside right now, but the time would be different. So I would actually be, so I would be here at a different time. That would be at this same time, but it's a different time because we moved the time. But the time I would be here would be a time where it would be brighter outside. It would be as if it was an hour ago, in which case it would have been bright outside. More like day dark saving. More like dork fart poop poop. Bro, this is so far away, I just realized. 2 days to travel. Oh, let's just do it, I guess. I might need armies though. Are these guys down here moving? Maybe they're not. I wish I could zoom out more. I don't think we're having a full dragon army, probably. I think we're probably splitting these guys up. Right? We have army size +2, +2, +2, +0, +1. So these guys can have 5 units, right? 5, 5, 5. I'll do the shield for now. I'll worry about it when I can put the armies together properly. I'll just head down here. Please be Skeletor, please be Skeletor, please be Skeletor, please be Skeletors, 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 please be Skeletor, please be Skeletor, please be Skeletor, please be Skeletor, please be Skeletor. That's not Skeletor. Mongrels. Am I really gonna have this effect around me 24/7 now? Slowly, barely moving, a formless figure shuffles towards you. When it finally draws near, you realize it's Chief Soul. What to say of him? The wound has desiccated him, drained him of his last vestige of strength. His clothes are caked in blood, his eyes are glazed and rolling in his head, and black saliva trickles from his limpy, gaping mouth. Soul, what are you doing here? Soul stares at you for a while as if he doesn't recognize you, but his awareness slowly sharpens. Commander, to Dresden! I'm going to Dresden to gather rescue. You're alone. Where are the other mongrels? Chava, Melik, Kisler, they're all there. You know where Stavomnex there is? Soul gestures vaguely in the direction he came from. There. You're going back, you need help immediately. Thank you. Soul calls silently, Commander. You're the commander, need to get to Dresden. There, we'll talk there. Are they forcing me back again? I just left. No!
We should move.
I thought that was in-game. I thought that thunder was in real life. Soul is looking better, his wounds have been bandaged, his gaze is more lucid, and yet he's still not the same peaceful old man you left in Dresden. His haggard, pale face bears the mark of emaciation and death. The commander is back, so am I can't believe it. Lan chuckles, you must be charmed or something. I bet Savonlek thinks you must have died long ago. But here you are, wheezing away. Come on, and tell us what happened. We need to hurry. What happened to the mongrels while I was gone? Sol lets out a wheezing, heavy sigh. At first, nothing unusual. We were just living our lives. But then the whole tribe got strick with something. It was like a disease. Your arms ache, your legs ache, it tears you from the inside. Nobody knew anything about it, and then one night we woke up. Sol thinks for a moment. I can't remember what came next. I remember opening my eyes, and I'm walking out of the gate. A guard stops me, and I say, Lady Anivia has orders. He doesn't believe me, and I just grab him, and I don't remember, I really don't. Paul shakes his head as if trying to drive away the dark thoughts. Like a nightmare, it was. I remember us walking a long way. I remember the white eyes of a demon, people screaming. It's sickening to remember. Weapons? I guess what was happening there, Savonlek performed this vile ritual again. Yes, he fed them human flesh. And when there wasn't enough for some, he would sting them with his poison. Soul shudders. Those who survived became something else. Why were you wandering alone in the wound? Soul's face crumples as if he's about to cry. I'm old, weak, and good for nothing. Nothing for being a demon slave. They poured blood down my throat, and still I couldn't get the power all our tribesmen got. So the demon just said, "Begone, Carrion, let the wound kill you. You're on your last legs all the same. What useless I am." No, you're not useless. Savonlek underestimated you, but you beat him. You survived and you made the journey back. All I could ever wish for is to be half as tough as you are, Soul. You know where Savonlek's hold up? Yes, there were ruins, Valley of Temples, they called them. Soul frowns as he searches for his memory. He said something about a city, hanging over a rift, an ancient city. A city of Is. It's funny, coincidence that we need to go there anyway, although it's not much of a surprise really. The demons are either cowards or idiots, so that's probably why Savonlek is sticking close to Is. We can turn tail and run back to his friends if things get ugly. How are you feeling? Sol looks at his shaking hands. I'm done. Done, Commander. My service is over. He said his poison makes us stronger, but my body can't take it. My time is short. If only I could know that my tribe will return, then I could lie down and die in peace. I'll bring your people back, trust me. We will, Chief. I've sworn to destroy Savonlek no matter what it takes, and I'll keep my word. Maybe you can't. Maybe there's no bringing them back anymore. Whoever is poisoned forever. But seeing them before I go, even like that, would be a blessing. Hey now, the commander has already promised you that we'll get everyone back. Don't make him reconsider. And don't you go dying on us before we get back, you hear? I just remember we got to the wait, did I not get the monocle from siding with the council? I guess not yet, maybe? Alright. Let's try this again. Do, 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 do. Oh my god.
Close ranks.
I think she's just gonna one-shot everyone.
I will resist! Disappear.
Retreat is not an option.
You are so silly, old brig. Should this say? Is this an enchantment +5? But shouldn't that say the thing if he's actually using it?
Surrender or else!
Okay, was it 38 before then? Because he gets a +4 from somewhere. Something is giving a +4 bonus to enchantment. Enchantment? Oh, that thing. There we go. So we can replace the shirt with something.
I'm always ready.
I love dogs barking. I wish I had access to just like a ton of magical items at this point, especially after seeing the stuff in the DLC. It is 1 day and 1 hour. Oh. This one, just... Okay. 4, 6, 12. Is this Mr. Skeleton Man, the traveling merchant, that does have new items? Well, well, well. Why, it's you again. Good to see you. I do love repeat customers. Shame they don't live long in these parts. Have a look at No Pistinchy. Take your pick. No penny pinching. And when you're all out of money, get some more. Then come find me. I'm always around here somewhere. What do you sell now? So don't remember all the names. Because he's doing faraway lands now, right? Again, literally nothing even remotely interesting. I'll do personal protection, I guess.
We do
Oh,
it
we
my
can't
way.
travel because Neneos are encumbered. I may be a red Jill, but I'm not a red child.
They say the worthiest fighters become devils in hell. If it's true, it's only fair. Lazy fighters can retire, but for true warriors, death is no reason to shirk one's duty.
I may be red Jill, but I'm not red Jill. did I get kind of swarm vibes there last time? Should I just prepare to fight swarms, or should I assume I'm not gonna fight a bunch of swarms? I don't know if I like this effector on me 24/7.
Ready to move out?
Is having that effector on me worth? I don't know, so that's a bit weird. We'll do this unholy ring instead. I don't like seeing
Follow
that Giga
if you
effect
dare.
permanently. Jarnog, Commander, the cleric lying on the riverbank, sand is soaked with his blood. Save Melissa. Swarm mythic path. What happened to you? This village, so beautiful, so peaceful, so many good people living here, was something that's been worrying me since the day I came here. I couldn't stop thinking about all the strange rituals in the grove, all the weird conversations about firstborns being doomed to die. I tried to think too much about it. If the villagers were not willing to embrace the fate of Erastil, I didn't want to appear judgmental, but I was wrong. I should have trusted my instincts. There is a great evil at work in the village. When Melissa and I decided to get married, she told me that she wanted to do it under the rights of Erastil. I hadn't asked her to do that, but she was already made up her mind. It was entirely her decision. She asked me not to tell Markle about it. We tried to keep things quiet, but he found out about it anyway. Well, he grew more and more gloomy with every passing day. I did not understand what was going on until Melissa finally told me the truth. Something that everyone else in the village knew except me. Locals performed their wedding rites upstream from the island on a boat. The bride is supposed to take off her wreath and send it floating down the stream, while she recites a horrible, profane oath that I do not wish to repeat. You see, when she gives away her wreath, she also promised to give her firstborn to the river, body, mind, and soul. It may not happen right away, it may take years, but in the end, the river will always take what belongs to it. And Markle, he is a few minutes older than Melissa. You see? The dying man whispers hoarsely. You can hear the anguish in his voice. The people of Shilly Creek believe that they worship the river, but these rites are not druidic in nature. They are not the rituals of the Green Faith, or the cultic practices of minor deity. No, there's a malevolent force. Whatever it is, has a physical presence in this world. Markle has lost his mind. His parents swore to give him to his monster, and now it has deprived him of his sanity. He took Melissa to the Isle. That's probably where the monster lives and where his sacrifices to it are made. This village lies on the border of the World Wound. It's not protected by wardstones. The villagers were so proud that their river protected them from the demons. But it seems that this protection was nothing more than one monster's attempt to keep other monsters away from the hunting ground. Every storm should basically eat them. Oh, really? The locals sacrifice their firstborn to the river, and their bridal wreath is part of the ritual. Not exactly. The locals are decent people. They don't kill their children with their own hands. The wreath is a sign of obedience. The future parents agree that the river can take their firstborn whenever it wants. It has a right to take their bodies or their minds. It can summon them at any time and demand service from them, and sometimes the river exercises that right. There's more. Merkel was the firstborn son, the older twin, and when he did this to me, he wasn't himself anymore. I believe the river took control of him, where monster locals' worship has been controlling his thoughts and actions. What must I do to save Melissa? Markle took her to Pikefin. It's an isle in the middle of the river. You can see it from here. Indeed, if you look close, you can see a small rocky isle, particularly obscured by the river mist. Something drove him insane. The evil that has controlled this village for all these years, it lives on the isle. Take one of the boats from the village and set her free. You need help. No, it's too late for me. I can already hear Rastil's hunting horn. My god is waiting for me. All I ask is that you save my wife, my journey through this world. The Hurricane Bear speak, he coughs up blood and continues weakly. My journey's over. You've been gravely injured. Who did this to you? Markle, he wounded me and threw me into the river. I guess he thought I'd drowned, but somehow I made it back to shore. Perhaps it was old Deadeye himself who helped me so that I could speak to you. The cleric is having difficulty breathing, Markle. But it's his fault. He has been himself. The evil of the river has driven him insane. He must be stopped at all costs, but if you can, if at all possible, try to save him too. Farewell, Jernog, rest in peace. Save her. The cleric's breath is shallow and ragged. He quivers, his lips go still, his eyes close, and he passes away. Why couldn't I just cast a heal spell real quick?
I refuse to accept their statement.
That's not good. Is this fiendish? No, it's just ancient.
Prepare yourself!
Well, mate, I may be Rajil, but I'm not Rajal. I tried to say mad.
Too late for apologies.
Strike!
You are my favorite aide.
Then those hot parts are all fucked up again. I like that blur was on the bar twice. Weird is there twice for some reason. Okay, these are our daily buffs for other people, including blur. Then we have the buffs for her, which are these. The healing, we have our emergency thing. Perfect. We don't have insanity out, so you put that there. No, I see. There. Cool. I'm gonna assume whatever is there, I don't need to buff up for it, but maybe I should.
I'm off! I do what I must!
We do what we must, because we can. What is more dangerous, the unpredictability of nature or the hostile intentions of another? The malevolent force hiding on this isle is as wild, volatile, and ruthless as the natural world, but it also has a cunning intelligence, a devious and vindictive desire to keep away unwanted visitors. As soon as the commander reaches for the oars, the water around the boat turns into a thick sheet of ice that freezes the vessel in place. What will the commander do now? Is this me or is this my group? Yeah, it's the group. Our highest mobility level is 30? That's crazy to me. Avoid the hostile magic and watchful gaze of the unseen entity by sneaking into another boat. Sure. Those who rely too much on magic are often defeated by simple non-magic solutions. The commander sneaks onto a different vessel and manages to remain undetected until the boat is safely away from shore. The commander sets off for the shore of the small rocky isle, but the journey does not go unnoticed, and it seems that someone on the isle does not like uninvited guests. Suddenly the mist that rises from the surface of the river thickens into a dense cloud of fog. It blinds the commander and obscures his surroundings. Where is the shore? Where is the isle? The fog is so thick the commander cannot even see the oar he is holding in his hands. What will the commander do now that he is blinded by fog? Treasure boat over cloud fog. After all, it can be dip to that water. Close his eyes and start to navigate west rather by sight. The sound of running water, the splash of fish, the wind rustling through the branches of the forest, the sound of a bird chirping on the shore far away, all these sounds paint a picture in the commander's mind that no fog can hide. A light breeze slowly begins to dissipate the cloud of fog. The boat is headed straight towards the island. It will not be long before the commander reaches the black rocky shore of Pikefin. The rocky isle is desolate and bare. Blue-gray lichen and a few sparse, straggling weeds are all that survive on its black rocky shore. Further inland, the entrance to a cave gapes open like a toothless mouth. Suddenly, a violent gust of wind sweeps out from the entrance of the cave towards the river. The water, which was calm one moment ago, begins to swell into massive foaming waves that threaten to smash the boat into the boulders along the coast. How will the commander reach the shore? Intimidate. Call out to the unseen force that casts the spell and demand to be allowed on the isle. Hell yeah. The commander's intimidating presence seems to frighten the storm into submission. One second. I start to believe that only months ago, this calm, lazy river was a maelstrom of raging waves and rushing currents. The air is still peaceful, howling against the roaring winds have completely subsided. The isle looks calm, but so did the river. Looks can be deceiving. The lichen-covered black boulders along the shore do not look like they have ever been disturbed. It would be easy to assume that the isle is uninhabited. There are no bones or traces of any rituals, but after moving further inland, the commander sees Marco's boat. It has been carefully pulled up onto the shore beyond the reach of the waves. Noises can be heard from within the cave ahead. There's a shrill, angry voice, followed by the sound of a woman's screams. Oh.
I'm gone.
Ooh.
I sense something.
Careful
Ooh.
now.
I finished here. Is there more? Something is not right here. I'm glad I was useful to you. You called? I finished here. Is there more?
Jesus Christ.
I finished here. Is there more? I'm glad I was useful to you. I finished here. Is there more? I finished here.
Let's run to that trap corridor in
I'm glad I was useful to you.
in Baldur's Gate 1.
I finished
Just
here.
walk into every trap
Is
I'm
there
not gonna
more?
be, yeah. Just real quick, I'll just walk into every trap real quick.
We do it my way.
The cave is cold and dark, the ground is covered in fog, and icy currents of air flows towards you from the depths of the cave. Water drips on the ceiling and dim lanterns cast grotesque shadows on the walls. All these years we've been worshipping the three of you? All our prayers to the icy rill, all our sacrifices, oh gods. And our children, it's been you the whole time? Melissa's huddled in a corner, clasping a withered, well, she's not in a corner, but sure. A withered wreath of grass and flowers to her chest. She looks like she's been crying. Standing in front of her are three horrifying old hags. Marco sits at their feet like a faithful dog. And what's so wrong with us, child? The old woman's skin is even whiter than her hair, and her breath hangs in the air like an icy mist. Her voice is kind, but her gentle words lack sincerity. Beneath her friendly exterior, she is as cold and ruthless as ice. We did not wish to bring any harm to you or your brother, but unfortunately you have not given us what we are owed. Deliver to the river what is rightfully hers, and both of you can leave in peace. You're always so soft, Lavixia. Dag's voice sounds like a roar of wind during a storm. Her skin is covered in spidery blue veins, and her eyes flash like lightning. Do what you're told, lass. Hand over the wreath or face the consequences. You won't escape us, you can run, but you can't hide from old Latinda. Loretta, Lavixia, my sisters, do you hear me? You know what is destined to happen, must happen? This old woman speaks in a whisper. Her blind eyes are as cloudy as the fog on the river, but she turns and points her finger at you resolutely. Look who has arrived. This is the one whose face was revealed to us in the dark waters. He has arrived already? Well, that is a surprise. The old woman clucks approvingly. We dislike uninvited guests, but you are clearly strong, agile, and smart. We appreciate those qualities in a person very well since you're here, and when it will come in. They're just like, instead of having a checker that sees, you know, if you're like a caster or a fighter or whatever, or rogue, there's like, oh, yours everything. You're strong, agile, and smart. Good. Good. Liz, are you alright? The hell? Commander, Wrestle be praised. Those things drove Markle crazy and made him kill my husband. I don't know what they want. Please save us. So you praise the old stag now, ungrateful child? Who has kept you fed and protected you from every danger? Did your mother worship the old hunter? How about your grandmother or her grandmother before her? Did they offer him praise? I think not. Stag shakes her hoary head in disapproval. Markle, what's wrong with you? Lavixia reaches down to give the man at her feet a pat on the head. He's absolutely fine. He's a good boy and an obedient boy. He respects his elders, never talks back, and has respect for his mother, River. Isn't that so? Marco's face is contorted in pain. You can see see desperation in his eyes as he struggles against the power that has seized control of his mind. Help me save my sister from me. The river will take. The river always takes what belongs to her. Who are you? Who are we? Perhaps we are the waves on the river or the fish in the deep. Perhaps we are the mist on the water. Are we solid ice or a raging storm? Why do you ask the questions when you already know the answer? Latinda's eyes stare blindly off in the distance. Haven't we already met between the two shores? My sister is wise, but she likes to speak in riddles. Lavixia's icy blue lips curl into an amiable smile. We are the three maidens of the river, generous to those in the water and revered by those on land. We fill nets with fish, keep the filth of the abyss away from our people, and we ask for very little in exchange. Ungrateful mortals. Loretta stumps her feet. We do everything for them, and what do we get in return? Nothing. Instead of being thankful for our protection, these ingrates have started praying to some old bowmen. Real life hags, and you are actively practicing magic. How fascinating. Listen, there's something I need to ask. Why do you always gather in groups of three? Linda pulls a piece of paper and waits expectantly for the answer. And numbers have their magic, and we have our number. 2 has a magic of his own, a pair of lovers, a mother and a daughter, for a teacher and a student. 4 make a crowd, and that's too close to 5. Bah! No one can really cast spells in a group of 5. 3 is more powerful number in the world. Sets of 3 are everywhere you look. Everything in the world is either solid like ice, or liquid like water, or fleeting like fog. Oh, 1 second. Finally took the news seriously. Yeah, true. I gotta grab Logan. I'll back in a second. Enjoy clips. Friend each other's job well done with a friendly handshake. Like. Did you guys see that?
星野です。大久保新平と面会できます。七福通り西のタクシー乗り場でいいですか？僕も今から向かいますんで。
わかった。ありがとうな。
Oh, holy crap. Nobody expects this Spanish raid! There's one is just really far.
Check. Checking blueprints. There's a landing pad to the east. Let's get out of here.
Joker, bring the shuttle in now.
Look, she's just chilling out. She's just having the time of her life. She's not even dead. She's just sitting down and enjoying whatever's going on here. Yeah, she just took a little sip. Ah, she despawned. Might as well if you can't leave. Alright.
But do you ever wonder what he'd look like
Potatoes.
with frosted tips? You wouldn't have to wonder if he'd only tried keeps. 2 out of 3 boys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something.
Let me just quickly look at something there. Let me really quickly look at something there. Did you buy Jace Feet Procer Pro? I bought him something even better. Happy birthday, Jace! Was this pig here before? Fuck! Debatron? Oh my god, she's 24 now. Oh, she's not as sexy anymore. But she is slightly smarter. There's a little bit of saving grace there.
I was into fucking horses, and I was with a potential partner, and I brought her to my barn, and I said, I want you to watch something, right? We haven't talked about it yet, because that's what he's saying. And I come in, and I fuck the horse, and I turn to that woman, and she is now into it.
Hello, Mrum. Oh, I mean, listen. You know as well as I do. Whoa, there's people here. Everyone's alive. We're fine. They're not even dead. If it isn't the bag of gaming, that is me. Very true. The bag supreme. Oh, king of the castle, king of the castle. Oh, go do this, go do that.
The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse.
Come at me, brah. What are you gonna do, huh? But you're gonna do nothing. Jesus Christ. Hard dad. Stop it. Oh. Oh. Now the camera's facing me. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm back.
Yes, and they are using Leech board.
Logan went to a dog show and he won. Logan's been to a dog show. I got a big old bag full of stuff for it. Oh my god, he got a... What is this? Is this a toy? No. Oh. This is a toy. I don't know, is this like a... It's a doggy blanket. Oh. And food. We got doggy food. Are these treats? Or are they just like food samples? I don't even know. Oh. What a curious explanation, but it contains a number of logical and factual flaws. Did you know that there are more than 3 states of matter? Take plasma, for example. I managed to isolate it once. I even held it in my hands, although not for very long. By the way, did you know that they can determine the severity of your burn spot? If you know all the answers, then why are you asking us questions? Stop your foolish prattle, it bores us. You've been deceiving the villagers. They think that they worship the river. They have no clue that they're actually sacrificing to 3 hags. Is this deceit? They pray to the river, and we are not the embodiment. And are we not the embodiment of the river? They make sacrifices. Do we not accept them? And when they ask for help, do we not help? Well, there's gratitude for you mortals. Pfft. We stay awake all night out of concern for their well-being. We fend off demons so they can feel safe, but instead of appreciating our efforts, they call us liars. If it up to me, I'd make you hide. You shouldn't insult us like that. We find your accusations offensive. We are not mortal tricksters pretending to be gods. We are one with the river. The villagers have agreed to pay this price for our help. We offer them a fair bargain. Hag glares at Melissa coldly. This stupid girl decided to cheat us. If anyone here has fallen victim to deception, it's us. What's going on here? I don't know. They did something to Merkel. They made him kill Jernok, and then they ordered him to bring me here. And how they want... We don't want much, child. Just for your wedding wreath. Give it to us, and the 2 of you can live in peace. After all, we have protected you for all kinds of calamities. We have provided your village with food. Don't we deserve your respect and gratitude for our gifts? Will you begrudge us one thing we ask you for? Ask of you? Why do you need it? Melissa wipes away her tears. You killed my husband. I'm a widow now. Why do you need my wedding wreath? Recall Jernok's words when the villagers cast away their wreaths. They promised to give their firstborn to the river. Why would the hags want a widow to complete this ritual? There can only be one answer. Melissa doesn't know it yet, but she must be pregnant. Oh! What did you do to Markel? How have you managed to take control of his mind? How does the river control a leaf that falls into the stream? How does the sky control the fog that rolls off the water? We didn't do anything. We didn't have to. He is a firstborn, and that means he belongs to us. In fact, he was promised to us before he was born. We kept him alive because we thought he might prove useful, and we were right. The river is patient. She does not need to hurry. She can take what belongs to her whenever she wants. That's right. He belonged to us before he was even born. He'll do whatever we tell him to do. Loretta shrieks with laughter. Markel, resist them. Don't let them control you. Is my diplomacy really just a 41? I thought it was higher than that. Sister, my sister, I shouldn't. I won't let them. Wait, what's going on? Are you trying to rebel against us, boy? Don't forget you will belong to us for as long as you live. You cannot get rid of us, no matter how hard you try. We just have to say the word and you will be under our control. Merkel grabs a stone from the cave floor and attacks the hag. You hear a disgusting crunching sound as Merkel smashes the rock into the hag's arm. The hag shrieks and lashes out to the man, dealing him a powerful blow that causes him to fall to the floor unconscious. Kill them, sisters. No one leaves this place alive. Are these actual real enemies? Nah. Nah. Wait, isn't Nenyo just gonna kill all these guys with one spell? Let's try. Let's just see what happens. Let's wait for Nenyo to go. I was like, oh wow, bad will saves and fortitude saves. What's gonna happen here? was so stupid. The DC was 41, they had a 18. And yeah, an 18 on both of these. Did they all roll ones? No, they didn't. So they took Nano seriously, and then they should have taken her seriously again.
I sense something.
I'm glad I was useful to you. Calculate to the natural weapon, then enemy must first. What does this do? I'll do that. This should be here. There. There. Bracers, belt, and armor. Anyway. Hvordan går det, sjef? Har du bra på utstilling? Har du bra på utstilling? Det er kos? Det er flink gutt. Det er ditt. Dette er ditt. Flink gutt. Thank you for saving us from those monsters. I didn't think I was going to survive, and Markle, I thought I'd lost him forever. Sister, forgive me, I have no excuse for my actions. It's not your fault, I guess. Those hags were controlling your mind, weren't they? They would never have ensnared me if I had not been such an easy target. I really did not like Jurnog. I was against your marriage, and the hags used that again to control me. Melissa looks down. After a while, she answers softly. I do not know if I will ever be able to really forgive you, but you're the only family I have now. What are the two of you going to do next? I will bury my husband in the ground, and then I'll leave. I'll go wherever the wind takes me, as long as it's far away from this river, and I don't want to see this place again. We're experienced travelers. We'll be fine wherever we go. We'll head along the Seln River towards the River Kingdoms, and then we'll find somewhere to settle. Did you tell the villagers the truth? Do they know that the hags have been worshipping hags this whole time? I did, but they don't believe me. Melissa casts a glance towards the village and shakes her head bitterly. They don't want to believe the truth. They say it must have been a nightmare, or that Miracle drank too much. They come up with dozens of different explanations because the truth is just too terrible to hear. They'll keep practicing their rites. I wouldn't be surprised if another nasty creature comes to live on the Pike Fin in a couple of years. I'm sure there are plenty of foul things that would gladly prey on these villagers and accept their sacrifices. I can't live among these people anymore. Miracle, are you free from the evil influence of the hags? I am. The hags are dead. I am my own man now. Thank you. Melissa, I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. I loved him so much I thought we had a life ahead of us. Sharps her eyes. You still don't understand why they wanted your wreath? Melissa, you are pregnant with Jernog's child. I'm having a baby? Melissa runs her hand across her belly pensively. Then I was right not to give them my wreath, no matter how much they insisted. If I'd handed it over, who knows what they would have done to my baby. It makes you shudder to think about it. Well, it's time to say farewell. Yes, Mr. Trustmal. I'll pray to Rassel for you every day. Here, take this. This is an old family heirloom. I don't know how many generations it's been in our family, but now I want you to have it. Take it as a sign of my gratitude. I hope it will help you on your path to victory. Nice. Yeah. I mean, that's not bad, but I think we'll leave this and then I'll save and we'll call for today probably. This is a good place to end. I guess we're past our 6+ hour training, figuring out the game, doing item session. This is day 48. Ending. Damn. We're now at a solid. We are at a solid. Let's take a gander. 244 hours played. No idea how close we are to the end, but there's not. I mean, there's not too much of the map left, so this ending. I don't think the ending's going to come rushing up on us, but maybe it's not as far away as one might think. Feels like chapter 3, act 3 is probably the longest. Would be my guess so far, at least. Let's see. Maybe Mortis is streaming today. Hey! Alright, video gamers, thank you all so much for your day. We had a fantastic video game time. We return to more Wrath of Righteous on Tuesday at our regular time, 10:00 no time, 10 a.m. GMT plus 1. Schedule, local time zones, all that good stuff. We'll be traveling to Canabras and then taking a little gander around the world, I guess, to see what else is going on. Trying to resolve all our problems. I maybe we'll get to the Darren quest next time. I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna clean up some other things first, but that's definitely on the agenda. So should be some fun. If you're here, feel free to follow us in the Discord, all that good stuff. There's a raid heading over to Motais. Nice. I'm closing down all my tabs. England in a nutshell. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. We are slowly but surely, perhaps, moving towards an ending to Wrath of Righteous, which we'll see if that happens before or after Christmas. But we have some games lined up. We're gonna play some Yakuza 7 at the best of Debatron, and we're probably gonna jump into some horror games too. So that should be fun. I'll be back in a couple days. Tuesday. You guys have great rest of your Sundays. Keep fighting fouls. Bye bye. The dance. Macabre.